Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
Mus, so clearly there are things you have to learn from the NPP. Let's talk about your own party now. The last time I spoke to you, it was face-to-face interview. We talked about the gap between the party at Adabraka and Jubilee House. Have you been able to fix the gap that appears to be widening between party in government and party?
Thank you very much. I think that I have often found myself in between two things, and I've chosen one. That at all material point in time, what brings us together is a political party. And this party really is what each and everyone has a passion for. A government is like a funeral attended by many people. Sometimes even the person who killed the one whose funeral you are attending is in the midst of the funeral attendees. And when the funeral is finished, everybody goes home. It's okay. But political parties loses and win elections. Governments don't win or lose elections. So most of us have decided that I'm a party officer elected, unless perhaps there's an election where I decide to contest or I don't want to contest. But in the meantime, I am the Deputy General Secretary of the party. And I think that most of us have decided that we will move onto the ground to reorganize the party, not just by election, but we will activate what will make the party solid and strong without recourse. And if you are an appointee and you are NDC, you can follow suit. And remember that we are only here because a group of people who are villagers in nature sacrificed, worked day and night to form this government. Minus them, there wouldn't be a government.
Is that an admission that when you did the reorganization, you've heard grumblings and disgruntled voices?
The reorganization that is ongoing as far as the election is concerned is not our priority because we are in government and people have worked and sacrificed. I think that largely the question is not the strength of the executive that we have. I think that from the branch to constituency, everybody did very well. And so most of them, by the virtue that they did well, know they will win or they will lose. But apart from the election, there are other things that have to be done. And so we have decided that those in government are doing so well. Let them be in government. We'll move to undertake a hybrid operation as far as reorganizing the party is concerned to position the party for the upcoming national elections. We will not wait. Any day that it's time for a flag bearer and we decide on who becomes the leader of the party, the person can follow suit. The party will only have to be attractive to accommodate a popular or a best flag bearer.
It's either you're not getting my question or avoiding it. So I'll try and...
Which is your question?
I'll try and put it again. The connection between the party and the government, how solid it is it?
I think that I've vehemently spoken about these things before.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. What's the update now? After you spoke.
Well, it's not for me to...
Would you say that you are seeing a bridging of the gap?
I have not done that assessment.
Are appointees visiting the constituencies, taking care of party members?
I wouldn't know everything, but I'm just saying that when we hit the road, we'll be able to know where the potholes are. And then we are expected to patch those potholes to deliver our mandate for the party.
The non-appointment of party members has been a problem for you in the government.
Listen, the regional ministers, for the first time, all of them have been basically regional chairmen and regional secretaries.
Except Greater Accra.
Except Greater Accra, who is an MP. DCs, most of them were appointed basically at the strength of the national chairman and the general secretary. plus, the president set up a committee, brought, I think, Dr. Valerie Sawyer alone, and Parliament also nominated one person or so, and then the rest of the people are party people who, the national chairman himself chaired the version of DCs, and basically their recommendation was what,
So party was involved
so
in that.
party was very, very much involved.
But there are still a lot of people who wanted to be appointed who have not been appointed, even at the national level.
No government can ever appoint all party people. But the problem has not been the number of party people appointed or the number of party people who are not appointed. I have always said, and I'll say this, mutual respect is a fundamental determinant of the strength of political parties. And that we must be necessarily each other's keeper. We must be seen complementing each other. We must be seen working towards a common purpose. But if that is not happening, then people become so entrenched. And everybody have a stake, and I've said so before, that each and everyone have a stake in this government and this party. Everyone can stand anywhere and say, I made this party to come to power. Because the person sees himself as his contribution. And so what makes everybody comfortable is when there is security of relationship. But if you then believe that I have been made a minister and I'm more comfortably appointing my lecturer into a position than my brother, a party member, the fact that that happens is not a problem. Not realizing that is wrong is disrespect. And then people become entrenched. For me, that is the problem. And so, can government run minus these problems? No. It will always exist. But like I said, parties don't lose. Parties are the ones that lose and win elections. And those of us who are party officers, the party people believed in us and elected us to do a certain job. At all times, I would want to be seen as a party officer, and I would undertake my responsibility. So we are going to move. We're not going to wait for anybody or any whistle to make the party attractive. At any point in time,
your chairman is already moving. He's trying to make your party attractive by going on a thank you tour.
He wasn't making the party attractive. He was solving a problem. And the position of national chairman is not a mean position. The national chairman have all the time been an integral part of this process, a very key figure whose contribution determined our victory. He has the capacity and authority to undertake certain exercises. But as said, if you want to look at the correctness or incorrectness of what people do, you may not be able to run political entities. And so we would have these imperfections, we'll have these shortfalls. But at the end of the day, there is a commandeering spirit that we must move forward.
There was a seeming rift
in
what the chairman was doing. There are people, observers, who thought he was launching his presidential bid. We heard the comments that he made about the replacement of front bench leaders of your party in parliament. We've also heard the counter response about the other thank you tour. At the time you said that there was going to be a meeting to deal with that matter, has the party at the national level, including the president, tried to bring some unity of a sort between what we seem to be like cracks?
You see, when I speak, most people who don't know and don't understand the role that I play believe that, oh, you could have said certain things in-house. You know, I have been, as a deputy general secretary in charge of operations, I've been very skeptical about indiscipline and disorder in the party since I was elected. And one of the reasons that checkmate us in opposition was to look at persons who were falling off track and bringing them on track, so that there is some seemingly force of which everyone is working towards, a common purpose. Now, after that interview, many people believe that it was right. There were others who don't understand. They don't even know party work. Believe that, some even were planning to get rid of me. And I said, well, by the end of the day, the Council of Elders met. They've issued an instruction. Everybody must tie their horses because the party is bigger than everybody's ambition. We are not there yet. We've left that decision for the president, who is the leader, the national chairman, the general secretary, and the Council of Elders. That is their duty, to unite this party. If they don't do it, then they are the ones who have failed us. But at my level, some of the things we see are not happening at a constituency or a member of parliament misbehaving. And they can attest to the fact that in the 3 years of our process, you dare not fall out of order. We have systems that check everybody's behavior, that we can quickly call in and deal with it. But when somebody above my rank is misbehaving, it doesn't take me to do that. And I thank God that after the Council of Elders spoke, I have checked and I'm still monitoring. There have been some sanity. There have been some relative stability. I'm watching that. But like I said, one cannot ridicule the national chairman. No. The national chairman's store was of a huge benefit to the party.
Really?
Today,
not for himself?
No. Today the president is in
Volta
region. Is it not? Thank you, Tor.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader of the party.
He's the one who was elected.
Did he campaign alone?
No.
Exactly. So, but I'm saying that it is not for me to put the party together. It's for the elders to put themselves together and lead us.
You are a child.
Yes. So when we are caught up in confusion where our elders are not seemingly giving us that hope that they are together, that's a problem. And so,
but now you see that some hope is coming.
Whether there is hope or not, it is not in our interest to keep this party attractive and strong. And so as long as some of us exist, we have always played this role. We are moving ahead to go and get the party attractive. We are the rank and file that are disgruntled, whether they are happy or they are not happy. I'm not concerned about a person who is appointed, whether you are frustrated or not frustrated. I am more concerned about somebody who feels that I have worked for the party and that I haven't gotten anything. They are my priority as a party officer. Number two, there are persons who have contributed in kind, in cash, to support this party. In fact, it was after election we got to know that certain people have even taken resources on behalf of the party that we didn't know. But all of that is a responsibility of the party. We owe those people a duty of appreciation to let them understand that their effort is not in vain. It only have to take few people to work hard, create opportunities for those opportunities to come down to every single Ghanaian, including our people. Without same, you cannot have anything to share. And so that cycle happening, I think that the right thing to do is to move the vehicle forward. Everyone that has a good intention will follow. Like I said, elections are very close. We are in power. There are many things that are running concurrently. We must see to it that the party machinery is busy. And so we are going to move.
Now, we were talking about the NPP earlier. They have elected a flag bearer. They seem to have dealt with that, but they still have internal issues to deal with.
Yeah.
We've seen the matters coming up. You also have your own internal elections coming up, national officers elections. We have already seen about 5 or 6 people interested in running for chairman. Can you survive after this contest?
When it comes to issues of national leadership and constituency leadership, I've always held a view that where we are in government, we are in a very strange situation. We are not like the NPP where they've done 8 years and wanting to break the 8. We are 2 years in government. One, we have to let people who have sacrificed be seen to have been appreciated. Because really, it hasn't been easy to win the 2024 election. And so if the spirit is that let us chase people out, probably because we disagree with them, then we are running ourselves into opposition. 2, we need to have experienced hands, people who are familiar with that particular type of machinery we have run, to be able to take instructions and to follow those instructions. Are you going to suddenly say that you need new executives? When are you training them? And so all of those dynamics will play out. Number 3, there are persons who have told, oh, Mustapha, you can be a general secretary. And I've told them I'm not qualified to be a general secretary. Because you know why? Maybe when I'm old. But our party is structured in ranks. At a certain age, you can't be a national chairman or a general secretary. Because, Umaru, if you have had to go and summon, say, Harun Adrusu for a meeting, and I'm the general secretary, am I going to send him a text message and say, Harun, I want you to report at this place for a meeting? I would have to call him now and call him senior and call him big bro and beg him. Then he will refer you, go and speak to another person and come back to me before you can call a meeting. But you need somebody who have the pedigree, the peer ranking, to be able to summon a certain meeting at a certain level. So
you don't think you've reached there yet?
No, I don't think that I reached there. And apart from that, I'm a typical operative. And you need some kind of restraint to be a general secretary. And I think that my general secretary has been one of the best we have, apart from what our national chairman, the foundation, he's left as general secretary. My boss have been, you may not like him. He's a cadre. He has that cadre spirit. That's him. But I think he has exercised a lot of patience and tolerance. If I were general secretary, probably I would have suspended a lot of people.
Such as who?
People within government. I would have suspended a lot.
It means you're not happy with some of your
I've
appointees.
had a conversation with him once to have a minister suspended. My general secretary. And so
you're not happy with some of your appointees?
Obviously, no.
What kind of
I'm
behavior, attitude?
I'm not going to discuss that. And I'm not supposed to be happy with everybody. But I'm saying that you must examine yourself within the context of feasibility when you have an ambition. So it's not just about putting yourself and say, I want to be national chairman. What the MPP did is to just elect just anybody. And that's why they are in it. You need some kind of reflective leadership, some leadership that resonates with everybody. The person who is your national chairman must have a commandeering spirit that rallies everybody. A general secretary must have the firepower so that when you fire, it resonates.
From the way you are sounding, clearly you want Fifi Kwete retained as general secretary.
Why do I want him out? A general secretary who have won your election, you want him out? That is how party loses election. If you begin to chase out your officers who have done everything to make you will lose election.
We have been told he intends to go to national chairman. Would you support him?
I do not know. I haven't discussed with him on his ambition, but I think that he's been a very great general secretary. I don't agree with him on everything. He knows that, and I know that. He is not my friend. He's my boss. We don't agree on many things. But I think that he's exercised a lot of restraint as far as managing the party is concerned. And you need that kind of a leader who always look at the last resort, who does not take rash decisions. He will tolerate, and that's how political parties are run. He will see the imperfections being done, and sometimes he will talk about it. Sometimes he will close his eyes about it. But me as an operations person, my eyes are too wide and too open to be close to the seat of general secretary. I'm too young. I'm still bubbling and exuberant, and I need time to go through the experience of life.
So for you, Fifi remains secretary. Is it better? Is your better best as a better bet? I think.
Do you change a winning team?
Which means, and I also don't want General Mosquito to leave as your national chairman.
Well, look, General Mosquito is the spirit of our party today.
Really?
You like him or not? I would have loved to have the experience of him managing the party for a little bit longer. He is currently the national chairman of the party. You have no reason to question his leadership. He is probably the most experienced individual in the party today. He's been there for a long time. All of us who are walking around, we've walked through his hands. So that is why I don't think that it's in the right of anybody to attack him if you disagree with him. We've seen this in 2013, 2014. You remember Dr. Kwabena issues? And we hunted him down. I was with him. I saw how
he was your mentor.
I saw how people rallied resources and virtually booted him out. We lost election. And I wouldn't want to see that repeat itself. People must learn from the past that when you get resources, your language should not be how to destroy others. Your language should be how to consolidate power.
So if you had your way, Mosquito remains as your chairman.
If I had my way, we are not at a place where contest is a priority for the NDC in any level. And everybody must begin to see that if we antagonize ourselves, we endanger the structures of the party. We must be seen united to be attractive to the people of Ghana. Anything that will disunite us is not worth pursuing. If my ambition will, undermine unity, then that ambition is certainly not for the collective.
The only problem for you now is that your flag bearership has become vacant, and we are told that Chairman Mosquito is interested in going. Would you support him?
Our flag bearership is not vacant.
Oh, it's vacant for 2028.
We have a president. We are just almost 1 year, 8 months in office. The Council of Elders have spoken. That is the last resort. The NDC have always said is not familiar with contests. The ones that you saw in the past where people contested His Excellency John Dram, it's because we knew that there was no way that people would beat His Excellency John Mahama. It was for the strengthening of democracy. We all knew that.
So you don't allow elections?
If I have my way,
you do selection.
If I have my way, the next election will not, the next who becomes the leader of the party will not be by election.
Should be selection.
If I have my, when you are in power, consensus must work more than competition. Anybody who disagree with this want us to go to opposition. You are being pessimistic.
So you would rather you select a candidate?
I would rather we sit out of consensus, discuss a roadmap, because the little mistake we do will fracture the establishment.
But that would be difficult.
It will not be difficult. We will do it.
Have you done this before?
We will do it.
You've not done it before. You've always gone to polls. Even when you had a sitting president going against a former first lady, you went to the polls. And,
the NDC today, if you look at branch elections, master degree holders are going and picking nominations and joining branches. You have managers joining branches. I just returned from a trip where somebody walked to me, a manager. He says, I've just become a branch communication officer. Unlike these people who, you saw them, at Yoko, who have gone to mobilize victims of their greed to come and parade at Yoko. You saw most of them are drug addicts. Parading them at Yoko as party members.
What are you saying?
But you saw them. You saw the videos. You saw the kind of people they paraded there. The NDC is becoming attractive.
They didn't parade them.
They brought them. One of these young men, a lawyer, one of these young men, he opened his boot and he has bought alcohol drink to go and give to them.
To go and give to who?
The people who amassed at Yoko.
You saw him giving it to them?
Yes, I saw the pictures.
You saw it in his booth. It doesn't mean...
Is he a drunkard? Why do you carry alcohol to a demonstration, a perceived
No, if you have protest, alcohol in your car boot, doesn't mean
it just tells you the quality of what MPP has become.
Let's go back. Let's go back to your
my party today. We are reorganizing.
Let's go back to
we are reorganizing.
Mustapha,
we are reorganizing.
You have distracted
and
me.
It's attractive to young generation.
Mustapha,
graduates, everybody finishing school want to associate with the NDC.
I'm interested in that point you made about the selection. I'm saying that
yes,
Prof. Mills was sitting president. You didn't select him to run. You went ahead to allow Nana Akufo-Addo and General Rawlings to go against him, and there was a contest.
It affected us.
Just a second. You had Prof. Mills go against Spio Gabra and the others in the past. Now, the only time I think you selected was when Prof. Mills died, and Haruna Idrisu, I remember at the local government institute, nominated President Mahama to go unopposed, and because you had what 6 months to elections in 2012, and
Yeah.
that one you selected. But since then, you have always elected. So why are you suddenly for a party that has democratic in its name? You should not be talking about selection.
No,
when
democracy is not a free for all. The MPP had this proliferation of contest. All their ministers trying to contest election, and you see how they are suffering for it today. So you learn from the mistakes of others. Even in their case, they had finished 8 years, and they pretended that they want to break the 8 after stealing and everything. But in our case, we have just started, and we are sensitive to times. Okay? That is why for the NDC, up to the end of our reorganization, for me, sitting here as a Deputy General Secretary, a context is not my priority. So how to win the next election is my priority. How to make sure that the vision of the president today, the government today, resonate with the manifesto that we put out. We actually did People's Manifesto, so we don't have room to fail on it.
Who do you think would be the consensus candidate for you in 2028 if it came to it?
That is why I have said that I've always been a Deputy General Secretary in charge of operation. My duty is to move people on the ground with the national organizer. We are going to perform our bid. Those who are NDC, be watching and join us on the ground. If you're an appointee and you want to join us on the ground, we'll put programs on the ground, and then you have to join us. I'm leaving that answer or that question to the elders of the party when the time is right. Even those who call and they say, who are you supporting? Who are you going to support? Who are you going to bring? Please, let's seize that conversation. Let's seize those questions. Put your effort in making sure that the party members who are not part of us as appointees, we are able to pull them along and make them happy. Now we'll go back to them to make our party strong.
Are you part of the people who think President Mahama should go for a third term?
I won't comment on that today.
Why?
I have my opinion about it is already known.
What's your opinion?
No, I've said it before, and I will repeat it.
Remind me.
When the time is right.
Do you agree that President Mahama is your best choice and he has to hold the flag for you in 2028?
It will depend how the government performs.
If he does so well, would you push for him to be your flag bearer?
Even though I'm President Mahama's son. I'm one of his favorite sons, except that I don't find myself in the list of the good boys.
You're a bad boy son?
Yes, I'm a bad boy son. If he caught me biting you, he wouldn't remove my teeth. He would take you to the hospital. You see, I have been favored. And so this is a man that I'm very loyal to. Why? Because at all material point in time, President Mahama as an individual holds the progress of this country as his priority. At every point in time, he has demonstrated that this country must develop, preparing the country for the next generation in terms of infrastructure.
Which means respecting the constitutional provision of 2 terms. You and I, you are my friend. I intellectually disagree with you. You think that 2 terms?
I don't think so. That opinion would not be discussed, but I'm saying that I intellectually disagree with you. You see, the MPP is so much interested in our presidential agenda because they will try to use that as a stoke to ignite fire in our party, but they have failed because we have taken a certain decision. All right. 2, they have commissioned.
Is it the case that you don't have a candidate, a proper candidate, so you have to fall on the only candidate you have?
When I'm saying that, if I was of the belief that there should be a competitive election, everybody must go, whoever has money, then I would have told you who I will support. But sitting here as a Deputy General Secretary, the conversation of who lead us into the next fight is not even within my domain. I don't have the capacity.
Your very good friend Musa Dankwa of Global Info Analytics, he has done a number of pollings, and he says that Ato Forcing appears to be catching up with Mosquito and may possibly even overtake him to be a flag bearer.
I've always vehemently disagree with Musa Dankwa.
Even when he said that you were going to win 2024 elections, you disagree?
No, I don't disagree with his work. No, he's a very reliable pollster. But I disagree with him because the formula, he's not familiar with the formula that chooses candidates in the NDC.
Yeah.
No, if he applies his research along that line, he will think differently. And I'm saying that the number of times he pulls on our flag bearer thing only brings division because, one, sitting here, the finance minister is holding the public purse to his chest. All right? Protecting corruption, preventing corruption. Look, the people who destroy the country, so they are trying to adjust things so that we don't feel the shortfalls. But because of this pulling, there's a general suspicion and perception. And that is wrong. It's for me, it has the tendency to affect the bright leaders of tomorrow that we have. And that is the only reason I'm not happy with the rate at which he pulls. When we didn't have pools, the NDC have won and lost elections. The MPP have won and lost elections. We rely on our traditional tools to go into elections, and it usually worked. So it's good. Today there is science, but there is a traditional part of politics that will come to play.
It means that you don't agree with him that Ato Forson can dislodge your boss and friend, General Mosquito, as flag bearer.
General Mosquito is my father, okay, and he's my boss.
And you want him to be
he
flag
hasn't
bearer.
told me that he wants to contest election between you and I.
Okay.
Nobody else told me they want to be president.
Okay.
And as I sit here, my loyalty, whether the president likes me or he doesn't like me, is to the president. I want to see President Mahama succeed. This conversation is to see President Mahama succeed. And I'm never going to be quiet. If anybody thinks I will be silenced, they are joking.
If Mosquito decides not to run as chairman, who would your money be on? Would you go back to Ofosu-Ampofo, or you would go for
national chairman? We don't put out national chairman for national elections, and so the dynamics are quite different. But when we get to that bridge, we would cross, because again, at this point in time, no national officer can put out a contest, because I have issued an instruction based on our guidelines that premature declaration of intentions undermines the arrangements that we have.
So you cannot be seen to be supporting
anybody. You see, if you want to be a national chairman, like Untumi is doing, he wants to be a national chairman. Yes, he's attacking sitting national executives. So what kind of leadership are you going to demonstrate when you become?
Which means that you cannot even tell me yourself whether you will run or
not. No, I'm not even going to campaign.
Why?
Tomorrow. No, the work I have done, unless you don't know and you are ignorant, and unless you are a beneficiary of other people's hard work and you choose to be ignorant of it, that you would think that I am not hardworking.
You're overly confident.
I'm not overly confident. I'm just telling you that I don't care whether I lose, I contest and lose, or I don't contest. I don't really care.
The delegates are watching you. They would say you are arrogant the way you are speaking.
No, I have been leveled that long ago.
It's not a problem.
No, I don't care what you think about me. Okay, but the truth is that I am somebody who will speak the way it is. I'll tell you the truth intellectually, based on what I know on the ground. Do you think that anybody else should be preaching against all the things I'm telling you? If you are a faithful NDC member who wants to see your party in power, do you believe in disorder? Do you believe in indiscipline? You meet everybody and they are complaining individually to you, and when they meet in the group, they are pretending. I am not that type. I believe that we should clean the wound and put a very painful medicine in it so that the wound will die. So it has nothing to do with arrogance. In my private life, I don't think that you will say that about me. But again, these party, people will come, people will go. Somebody, Kokwanyido, was once the Deputy General Secretary of the party. Today, he's a consultant for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Oh, he's not?
He is, yes.
How?
No, he's a consultant for Dr.
Officially or unofficially?
He's the spiritual consultant for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
No, I don't think so.
I am telling you.
Is there any evidence?
Oh, but that's my senior colleague.
So he told you?
I know that.
He told you?
I know that.
No. If he hasn't told you, then I won't believe.
My senior
But he
brother.
claims that he's still a member of the NDC.
No, he's not.
Yeah, you sacked him doesn't mean he has left.
He is not. When you don't have membership, you are not a member of the party. So I've heard him recently say, don't sell forms to anybody who wants to go third term. Who gave him a third term bid? Has anybody put third term in when you were deputy general secretary? Do you conduct election when you haven't even sold forms? So I'm just saying that he was once sitting in this situation. My senior brother Peter Tokuno was once here. I've come to meet my senior sister Barbara Sewa. Yeah, so you will leave, other people will come. If you think the job is easy, come and take it. I'll also sit back and wear suit and take ministerial appointment. If you think it is that easy to go and do the work, come and do the work. So I'm not in competition with anybody at all. And I've never been bothered about the risk of, I cannot be couched into being silenced because I think that I have an election come. I love this party, Omaro. I love this party because I'm a traditional party person. And I have worked with the people, the base on this party, the rank and file. Look, we have women organizers who in their poverty will cook for you out of love, right? You have chairmen and youth organizers who you go and work, and they would rather go to their farms and bring you yams and bring you gifts out of passion. Are you going to insubordinate all of these things and put yourself first? That is why I'm having this conversation with you. But for me alone, I am one of the most single beneficiaries of this government. All right? President Mahama have blessed me. He's made me his deputy director of operation, a very defiant one. He tolerates me. He accommodates me. I have so much leverage. And how can I say that I'm not sorted?
Okay.
But it is not about me.
It should be for everybody else.
It's for the stability of the organization.
All right.
It's for the progress of the government. And it's for the success of the leader of the party.
Mustapha Gbande, NDC Deputy General Secretary, Deputy Director of Operations, Jubilee House. Thank you so much for joining us.
And your friend.
No, you're not my friend.
We want to give you a constituency.
To do what?
To contest.
As a what?
Huh?
As a what?
Parliamentary seat.
You want to give me?
Now all the journalists I see in town, they want to go and contest. Your friend Paul Adumochiri will be contesting.
He will be.
I hear so. And Okatechi Afrifa is contesting. So I don't know if you also...
Do you want me to?
Well, it's a welcoming news, but just that you must know that the politics on the ground is different from when you sit on a console.
So are you advising me, warning me, or threatening me? Which one are you doing? Because I haven't said anything.
I wish now that you are a lawyer.
Not yet a lawyer.
A few days you'll be a lawyer. I wish that you would join us. But when you come, you must know that the grassroots rules are very different. It functions different.
So this is an open invitation to me to join NDC.
I'm only cautioning you, relative to what has happened to my brother Okateche.
So that I should not be beaten up and arrested.
I don't know if they beat him because it's an MPP matter. But I think that when you are going to a place, you must respect the rules and the people who have been there before you come. That's my caution to any journalist who wants to be an MP.
I don't even know what's happening here. So you invited me to a party. Then even before I said yes, now you're threatening me.
But every invitation, the invitation cards give you an instruction.
Okay, it's okay. Let's leave it here, Mustapha. Thank you so much for joining us on
I'm much grateful.
Hey, Mustapha.
My brother.
Terrorists.
I'm not.
Troublesome Mustapha.
I'm a very peaceful man.
I still remember the day you came to campaign in our studio wearing Wellington boots.
I know.
Come from the field, seeking to be Deputy General Secretary. You've done well for yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
I wish you well too.
Yeah. That's Mustapha Gbande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC.